One of the secrets to that in the metaverse is to actually plan events.
So let's move into the number one secret to creating social experiences for your brand. So what's the number one secret to do that, Daniel?
I think that you need to create something sticky to bring people together real time, right? So, and that maybe seems silly to say. Obviously, for a real time experience, people need to be there real time. But it's anybody that's played multiplayer games, especially 10 years ago, pre sort of Fortnite, knows the challenge with matchmaking of getting people real time to actually show up for the same experience. And so, one of the secrets to that in the metaverse is to actually plan events so you can have persistent worlds, but plan events and don't make your worlds too big. Often we have people come in and they create gigantic worlds. And in Topia, you can scale the worlds to be basically infinitely sized and bring thousands of people together concurrently. But it's actually much better to keep density. Density is the beauty of real-time experiences.
Interesting. Okay, so create something that's sticky to bring everyone together in real time, and then don't make it too big, but also plan events. Is that the first secret? What's the number two?
Number two would be that you should use a platform that allows you to deeply customize the experience so that it really fits your brand. The last thing people want to do is be in a generic experience. And frankly, no offense to Zoom, but one of the reasons that something like Topia exists is that we have no context. We have no branding. We have no experiential layer in something like a Zoom. And so for brands in the metaverse, it's all about that customization. It's all about play and aligning the context in which people are going to be interacting and having human connection with each other, all to be about your brand.
That makes sense, right? So use a platform that allows you to deeply customize. Can you give us a kind of an example of that? Like if you're a financial company or a tech company or a dentist office or something, like how would you go about customizing that? What does that look like?
Yeah, well, there are a lot of different tools for customizing. So in Topia, you can just upload PNGs and actually form the world around you. It's very, very easy. You can do it in 5 minutes. And so just uploading your actual branding into a world, starting with a template, right? You don't have to build things from scratch in the metaverse. So you start with a template, which is in the marketplace, is in the library. And from there, you can then customize, upload your own branding, embed product demos, embed experiences inside of assets. Actually, if you scroll down here, Brett's on the homepage, topia.io. We have Topia embedded in our actual site. And this actually shows you that you can use Topia as an embed within your own brand. And that's something that's pretty special as well. Yeah, you need to actually create an account here because it's our welcome lobby.
That's cool. Create an account. By the way, for those who are wondering about this and you want to go there live right now, you can go to topia.io, topia.io. That's spelled Topia.io. And I'm going to create this account here. And this is going to be a secret password that nobody knows about. So even though we're recording, you can't see that, which is a good thing. Yes, enter the world. And so I got we're going to keep talking here as I go ahead and make my account. So all right, so that's really cool, and then we'll do another demonstration of this. So you can customize it, and you can create an experience where people feel like they're part of something different than just a standard Zoom. That's really important. That makes sense to me, Daniel. So what would be number three as for the secret to making sure you're getting the most out of creating a social experience for your brand?
I think you need to actually build community around your brand. And this is a mistake. I wouldn't even say a mistake. I think it's the challenge often for brands is how do you build both an aspirational community, a customer community, and a conversion community, which is kind of like just how do you actually bring prospects through that journey into joining, into interacting with each other and into interacting with existing customers. And so, platforms like Topia, that's the purpose, right? That's what it's for. But you can do this in person as well. And a lot of conventions do these sorts of things. Some companies, some brands, as everybody knows, actually host their own conferences or show up at Art Basel and those sorts of gatherings and host branded experiences to build community, right? But a community is really only as strong as the connections between individuals within that community. And so it's really hard to build community in something like Zoom, where you're just broadcasting. People aren't able to self-facilitate. They don't have the agency to connect to whoever they want. And they're not actually strengthening the bonds between one another.
Interesting.